Alright. And I'm finding it. I will.
I don't deserve this.
What get milk for? Let's see where it's at.
Why must I suffer so?
You can choose a
The
class.
moon send me nothing but woe.
Alright. What's this?
What hope is there for me?
All right, well, dude.
I don't deserve this.
All right, let's teleport here. I need to go to Skingard. Fix that. Where is this? One.
Ah, there you are.
I'm
I
gonna
have been
find out.
expecting you. I greet you, chosen of fate. Hermaeus Mora calls upon you to defend this world and all of reality. A secret contained for ages is now free.
Hello?
Where the once forgotten prince walks,
What's
disturbance
up?
and disorder follow. A secretive and violent order called the Recollection scours ruins throughout the Weald. Strange Daedric creatures
Oh, you did?
harry the region, and the wood elf King Nantharian reigns over a newly grown forest. A sure sign the threads of fate have frayed.
When'd you get that?
The lines of possibility that weave through reality and
Nice.
hold everything together.
What time did you
Athenian, the
get
Daedric
up?
Prince of Paths, has been set free. Her presence threatens both our world
Oh
and
yeah,
the
so you went to
realms
bed all
beyond.
morning?
Help me meet this threat, and you will be rewarded. Let me mark your map.
I got the
Great
Golden
threads of
Road
fate point to
DLC.
Rustwall,
And
the
I got
Evergreen
EOS
Woods, and
pass.
And take this relic, the Echoneer. You
And I
might
also got
find
the
it useful.
new Golden Road
My friend
DLC.
Varagon offered his townhouse in Skingrad. Let us meet
It's
there
in
when we are done.
Skingard. Skingrad. You know, that's what it's called. Skingrad, right? Huh? You know the place where the vampire rules that area? Huh? About these sites.
They are all within West Weald, not far from the city of Skingrad. Which location
Yeah,
are you
I'm in
curious
the
about?
city of Skingrad.
I am not
Oh,
sure.
really?
That is why I asked you to investigate. Ostamir is a Colovian town.
Oh,
on
you're
Street
over there at
Hill, not
Bleakfall.
far from the southern edge of the New Forest. I have heard stories about powerful ground quakes and enraged forest creatures in the area. The Valenwood Forest mysteriously expanded across the River Strid and replaced the previous Colovian
I guess
terrain.
I guess I
The
am
wood
in
elves who settled
Cyrodiil.
the area call it Dawnwood. King Nantharian rules a new Bosmer
Why are
realm
you
beneath its
resting
thick
in
canopy.
Rustwall Estate?
Rustwall Estate is an old Colovian manor to the southeast, on the outskirts
Oh no,
of
I've not done
Skingrad.
that yet.
Why Rustwall is important, I
You remember that girl that we thought was a
Yet
traitor?
The threads of fate have been disturbed there, and we
Yeah,
need to
I
determine
met her. I just met her at Skin. She's in this DLC. Skin Green. What was that about? Lightning Forest?
Recently, the vineyards of the southwest portion of the Weald were overgrown with a thick forest. Now wood elves led by King Nantharian have settled the city of Vashabar. So far, these settlers have been peaceful, but Skingrad is concerned.
That's the story of the Gold Road.
Very good. I do not know what awaits you at Rustwall, but look for our ally Baragon at Ostermere. He mentioned he had business of his own there. As for Ellenglyn, I will meet you there. It is an appellation I did not choose for myself. In my youth, I became dissatisfied with the traditional education of an arcanist. I desired knowledge my instructors could not or would not provide me. So I struck a bargain with the one who knows.
I can't stand the way to look at her. 4 more days till Assassin's Creed Shadows.
I thought you would be familiar with that sobriquet. Apologies. I refer to Hermaeus Mora. Among other things, she posed a danger to all reality. Her scion, Torvasad, restored the memory of her to the world, and she escaped from her prison. Now the Prince of Paths is loose and somewhere in West Weald. They are all within West Weald. Not
Oh yeah? Oh, that is cool. I got a pet dog in armor. And I don't know what the fuck kind of pet this is I'm riding on, but he has a scorpion on the back of his tail, and he has a head with legs. Like, I don't know what the hell he is. I wish I could view it all, but it's not even letting me. Since it's Skingrad, I love Cyrodiil. There's probably area Cyrodiil. I might check. Do they have a house near here? I'm gonna live in Cyrodiil, close to it. Yeah. Cause there's fighting there, and you know me. Need to get my guy stronger in his fighting skills. But right now, I focus on two-handed swords. It's time to focus on one blades now. Let's see. Alright, gotta use 2 mock axes. What do you mean? alright. Yeah, I need to go to the Mages Guild anyway. I don't know. I could join the Thieves Guild if I wanted to. I got the story to go to if I wanted to. You click on uh now this other game I want to play, this other story on this saga. Flames of Ambition, the Gates of Oblivion, year-long adventure begins with the Flames of Ambition, which I highly want to play. Gates of Oblivion DLC bundle. I'm on this DLC bundle thing where you can buy it for like 3,500 crowns. Oh, I'm in Skingrad. Skingrad. Yeah, yeah, we're going. You know what we're gonna do? Let's go to Deadlands. All right, let me look it up. Because I just got this DLC not too long ago. I've never played this. My first time playing this. I hadn't played all of them, but this is my first time playing this. It's in Skingrad Hold on. It's in Westweek. If you go down to near Cyrodiil, it's right there. Near Cyrodiil, there's a place that says West. It's West. Well. Go to Cyrodiil, right here. You see? Yeah, Westweald. That's where I'm at. I mean, I teleported here, but I'm not going to do it right now. I just want to see where it's located at, and it's in Skingrad. Oh yeah, you don't have it. It just came out. Well, it's on sale for 14 bucks. And it's a good deal. It's like 50 bucks for the full game if not on sale. Let's see here. But I'm not gonna start any mission. Don't worry. I just want to see where this will be at, and I'll like this area. I know this place may be creepy in Oblivion because you're afraid that the Jarl is just gonna come up to your house and suck your blood while you're asleep. But it's a good town. It was just so quiet. Dumbass. Hold on. Nope, I know where the Dark Brotherhood. They're in another place in Cyrodiil. They're not in Cyrodiil. They're right in the area that is connected to the game of Cyrodiil, like in another village. Hold on, let me find it. Give me a moment, I'll find it for you. Hold on. Oh. Westernmost region. So it's in like it's like in the western coast. Here, let's see. It's like close to like one of the western areas. That's what it told me. Oh, you want to go to? Can you go to the Deadlands? Just the Deadlands. It's It's you know, it's the Prince of Destruction. It's like a DLC. I mean, I don't own it. I could go to it. I could go to the. Have you been to Fargrave? It's like a different area. It's not in Cyrodiil. You gotta pull your map a little up, like farther, and it'll show you it. Like zoom farther away from it, and you'll find Fargrave, which will take you to Deadlands, I believe, because it won't let me go to Deadlands right now. That's where I'm headed to. Yeah, because I'm in right now. I'm in Fargrave. I'm in a portal. I'm in a different Oh, this is the area on the DLC with the vampire and the dragon you fought.
The Anchorite.
No, it's called Fargrave.
No matter. The votive rune is
It's the abandoned area, and if you play, if you haven't played you see me? Are you watching my stream? Because you can probably see it on my stream.
We have something in common. If you're not a cultist, we should talk. Damn these Waking Flame cultists, bringing their Mehrunes Dagon madness to Fargrave.
The Waking Flame cultist brings their Mehrunes Dagon madness. Oh.
When I spotted that cultist and my hands began to glow.
That's the Daedric one I was talking about. What is this place?
This is Fargrave, a city in Oblivion with permanent and open connections.
I'm in Oblivion. I'm in a city that's in.
The cultists.
Fargrave is a city in Oblivion.
Faster than I can destroy them, putting every mortal who lives here at risk. That's why I agreed to meet with the Dremora.
That's your mom.
Lyrinth, the Dremora. She sent me a letter. Said the cult threatened Fargrave. Nern, too. She wanted my help, but I can't deal with that now. The votive runes are clearly the immediate danger. We should work together on this. I can pay.
Alright, I'll help you deal with the... What do you need to do?
I need you to talk to my contacts. Madam Wim's establishment is here in the city. Initiate Teal'co meets me in the Burn, out in the Deadlands. See what they know about the votive runes and the cult's plans.
Tell me
Then
more
meet
about
me in
these
the Fargrave
contracts you
crafting
want me to
plaza.
talk about. Hold on. That's unusual.
Is it? I hadn't noticed. Look, we only just met. If you turn out to be trustworthy, I'll tell you the strange tale. If not, well, we'll deal with that if it becomes necessary.
Does your tale include an explanation about the mask you're wearing?
Perhaps. And maybe it's just a fashion statement. Now, go talk to Madam Wim and Initiate Teal'co while I make my rounds. I need to check on my charges around the city.
Your
As a
charges?
crossroads, it's natural for people from everywhere to wind up here. I check on the mortals of the city on a regular basis, help them as I can. That's why Wim calls me the Fool of Fargrave, because I care. And it's why I abhor the Daganists.
Tell me about the Dagonists.
The Order of the Waking Flame. They appeared a few weeks ago, proselytizing in the plazas. Then they started placing those votive runes. Some kind of prayer to Mehrunes Dagon. But it intensifies. Madam Wim is a dark seducer who has her thumb on the pulse of Fargrave. Nothing happens here that she isn't keenly aware of. She deals in favors and information for a price. And the more you seek her help, the more expensive her services become. Initiate Teal'co is a member of the Order of the Waking Flame. He was my friend before the cult recruited him. Turns out, Teal'co's had a change of heart. He's been providing me with inside information about where the cult plans to strike next.
And where can I find?
Madam Wim runs an establishment in Fargrave called the House of Wims. Just be careful. She enjoys getting her hooks in new arrivals. You'll find Initiate Teal'co in the Deadlands. The Plaza of Portals is one of Fargrave's most important locations. A series of permanent gateways to other realms in Oblivion. The glow seems to have faded. For now.
Let's go. Let's go check this place out. I mean, let's do a mission. The short story, why not? This house right here. I'd love to see this house. See what it is. It's like a nice house. Yeah, I'm gonna preview it. Seems like a nice house for once of a home. This is not a bad house. Let's see. It's a big house. Ooh. Most definitely would spin this. It's Alright, so let's see what's upstairs. Probably a lot of money. But I can make this my guild outpost. Nah, 2. But it's big. Got 3 floors. Oh, how much is it? This house is currently not for sale. What do you mean it's not for sale? That is a big house. Let's see it.
Why won't you all just leave me alone?
Something terrible's about to happen. I just know it.
How a person treats their mount says a lot about them. My mounts get the best care in all far.
Whoa! That glint in your eye tells me you vanquished many a foe. Is that why you're here? Fine. No discount.
Another poor mortal succumbed to the power of the Daegonic votives. How unfortunate. But what's this? A new face? And what does Madam Whim always say? New faces bring new opportunities. Let's talk. Has anyone ever told you that you have an incomparable mien? Most in this celestial palanquin we call Fargrave have the barest patina on their auras. But you, I know multiple buyers who would pay top price for a soul like yours. Shall we trade?
I'm interested in trading souls, but what that person sitting on the floor.
What? Poor Josette? She's one of my favorite regulars. At least she was, before the votives affected her. First, she became belligerent, then extremely melancholy. Now she's practically mindless. But tell me, darling, what brings you to Madam Whims? She did she? All true, but I hate to brag. She's an unusual mortal, though, isn't she? Our darling of the alleys. And clever. She sent you so as not to increase her tab at the House of Whims. As a new customer, your first transaction is free.
Alright, tell me what you...
Ah, two topics on the lips of many a Fargravian. The Daganists are mortal rabble with a fetish for destruction. The votive runes are prayers to their prince made manifest. Spells that seem to affect only mortals, like poor Josette here.
Why the cultist is placing the vow.
An interesting question. Alas, I have no answer. But you're not the only newcomer to our fair city seeking such knowledge. My eyes about town tell me that Lyranth the Dremora has come to Fargrave. She's in the shambles, searching for Sister Seldina. Has anyone ever told you that you have an incomparable mien? Most in this celestial palace. Has anyone ever told you that you have an incomparable mien?
Dang, what is it?
An interesting question. You want more? I'm giving away an awful lot as part of your free sample, but I am feeling generous today. Sister Seldina leads the Daganists here in Fargrave. She and Lyranth seem to have it out for one another, though I have yet to ascertain why.
What sort of business is the House of Whims?
As the name implies, I trade in eccentricities and capriciousness. I buy and sell as impulse dictates. My establishment carries indulgences from across Oblivion. And information, of course, along with food, drinks, and an amenity for every appetite.
Is there anything you can do to help poor?
Oh, the mortal on the floor? No, I don't believe so. The spell is quite potent. I suspect the votive runes have a darker purpose than simply elevating emotions and turning mortals into mindless husks. Pity the grasp refuses to investigate.
The grasp?
The grasp of the stricture. They enforce law and order in Fargrave. The stricture is a covenant that binds all Daedra and allows us to operate somewhat in concert. Since mortals aren't bound by the covenant, the grasp tends to pay them no mind.
So the grasp of the sort of the city guards.
An apt description, if somewhat inaccurate. They do enforce Fargrave's laws, but in ways that won't always be comprehensible to the limits of mortal understanding. Try not to commit any crimes in front of them, and they won't harass you. Probably.
You said might be in
A
shambles.
terrible place. I urge caution if you decide to venture there. It's a warren of alleys, tenements, and ruins, hidden behind thick walls. Many mortals live there in the most appalling conditions, but it can also be a good place to conduct business.
What kind of business?
Oh, innocent mortal. The kind of business best engaged in, where the grasp of the stricture doesn't reach. It's a perfect location to hide a Daganist cult, seeking to cause chaos and mayhem. I'm surprised our darling of the alleys didn't mention that.
Well, I'm here because I heard rumors that there is a target here who belongs to the worm cultist, and I'm here to stop him. So, want to know more about it. So why do you call the Anchoress the darling of the alleys?
Darling of the alleys, fool of Fargrave, woman in the mask. Ever since the anchorite arrived in Fargrave, she's gone out of her way to help the mortals cast upon our shore, and she asks for nothing in return. Pity I know so little else about her. Oh, the grass. An apt description, if somewhat inaccurate. They do it. You came here without knowing, darling. How refreshing. Like an otherworldly conveyance, Fargrave personifies the existential concepts of transit or passage.
What does that mean
It did start out as a strange
exactly?
nomadic realm, after all. That's part of the city's allure. It means if you want to travel the myriad corridors of oblivion, there's no better launching point than fabulous Fargrave. In addition to our famous Plaza of Portals, the entire realm is littered with dimensional access ways. Plus, we have no prince.
Why is that important?
Without a prince to set the laws and manipulate Fargrave's reality, we're free to shape this city as we choose. The freedom that affords us is sublime. Plus, no prince means less chaos and violence in the streets, rogue cultists notwithstanding.
I couldn't help notice the giant
Aren't they beautiful? One of our best features. No one is quite sure who or what they were, but legend has it they once carried the city from plane to plane, hence the allusion to a palanquin. Is it true? Well, the skeletons are really nice.
And what kind of Daedric are you, madam? Well,
A personal query? That will cost extra, my darling. I am a Mazken, what your kind commonly call a dark seducer. Unlike many of my brothers and sisters, I use my charms to beguile and entice for knowledge and profit. I have no interest in violence.
I've heard about y'all. I figured, because you seem like your species are very rare. Well, I am in the
It's rather
Daedric
rude.
area, so I mean, I should be shot. You. Yeah, you shoot me.
What should
Excuse
we do
me.
with Joseph's?
What the freak is that? I want that. I ain't gonna lie. I would love that as my pet. And my companion.
I welcome you, fellow mortal, as the mouthpiece of great Brusinbu. For patrons of the House of Whims, my master offers a spiritual lustration. Know that his gentle manner and bearing will elevate your mind and soul to untold heights.
I like to experience
Great
spiritual.
Brusinbu is a magnanimous being, fellow mortal. But even so, for the illustration, for the sake of the House of Whims.
I mean, I'll pay. What the fuck? What the hell did I? What just happened?
Great Brusimbu has bestowed on you the blessing that is his dulcet ardor. Let his quintessence adhere.
I'm so confused. What just happened? Hold on. I didn't get. Alright, this man clearly scanned me because I didn't get nothing. I don't know what happened. Maybe there is something that's not seeing it. Interesting. Collecting books.
Aha. Ninzeru always attracts them, does he not? The curious, the irrepressible priors. You wish to know what Ninzeru can offer you in this house of Madame Whims, yes?
I'm interested in that.
Of course. Gold begets gold, living one. Unlike the Madam, Ninzeru provides no free samples. He will summon the prized substance from the most valuable of sources.
Nah, I'm not paying for that. I already got scammed once.
If you want my attention, it comes at a price. I offer patrons of the House of Whims the constrictions of Moab. Know that mortals have difficulty enduring this act, but those that do survive hold no regret. Be warned, physical...
Let's get out of here. Oh, that's amazing.
Ooh, I could look at these shinies all day, but I'm supposed to find a... Ooh, I could look at these shinies all day, but I'm supposed to find a volunteer for an experiment. I don't suppose you have a cold, do you? Or serious allergies?
Nothing like that. What kind of experiment?
Snakeskin. Then you aren't the volunteer I was sent to look for. We're trying to cure sniffles. Varus also sent me to get the chicken broth and toad eyelids he wanted. Oh, the eyelids aren't for the experiment. Varus just thinks they're tasty.
Who is ours?
Varus Dredane? Oh, he's only the most exceptional sorcerer in the Sarathu tongue. He's even made a cure for hair loss that works on Ograms. You should really see the next exhibition he agrees to do. They're always fun and educational.
Who are the...
You're really new here, aren't you? They're a group of mages and dark elves who have a pact with the fearsome Quath to study magics and portals within Fargrave. Varus is pretty high up in the ranks because of his brilliance.
Well, I love to learn about them because I want to learn more about these because some of the enemies are going through these portals. But, thank you for telling me about that. What about you? Are you also high ranking?
Oh no, I'm just Varus's apprentice, but he's already taught me so much about spellcasting and magic, I know I'll be great with a bit more study.
We'll meet again then.
Disaster is coming! Fargrave is doomed!
There's no point. No point at all.
Is this what you're afraid of?
Fargrave should be harsher. The mortals seem at ease in this place.
There are so many fascinating subjects to learn about here in Fargrave. I just hope there's enough time to...
If you want to talk to me, you better have...
I don't mean to be short. It's just that I am very busy today. So if you don't need to talk to me, please just go away.
What are you working on?
Calculations, mostly. It's easier to convince Ans Farendas that something's missing if I show him where the numbers don't line up.
Do you always track down missing
It happens more often than you think. I should just be handling the Sarathu Tong's finances. But when you work for a group that transports items between the planes, those finances are tied to the goods. Missing goods mean missing funds.
So what do you do when they go missing?
Exactly what I'm doing now. Then I take the proof to the Tong leaders and let them deal with it. It's usually not a big deal. Most of the time goods go missing because Zirpa does the transmission spell drunk. Not much for an adventurer to do.
Okay.
Namira's guts. This loot will get me nowhere with the gleaners. Sorry, I really don't have time for you at the moment. I'm scrying for magical items in the Sever. There are some strong leads, I think.
Ah, a fresh face is always welcomed around these parts. You grow your wealth, I'll stay in business. When you need me, you'll know where I am, yeah?
Are your mage smiths commenting?
Well, there was one beautiful day when Varus tried to use magic to make a nail. To answer your question, other blacksmiths incorporate magic into their work, but smithing through magic? Daedric metalworkers can't even levitate a feather!
What about the mortals?
I'm fairly certain they think I'm a lunatic. But I got into the Tong using my own skills and talent. They didn't. I'm doing something right. Don't worry. I have good memories of talking to the other Nirnborn smiths, too.
What did you do?
Why does everyone ask that question like I did something bad? All I did was change the color of the metal they were working on. The green armor looked dashing, really.
Right, don't take too long looking at my wares. Less competent mages may...
I have nice weapons. Do you have the...
You better not be here to beg me for an antidote. I'm fresh out of those for now. If you're here for a poison, then you're more bold than you seem.
If you're a prisoner, why do you have...
Some people want to poison others, and some people want to be unpoisoned. My teachers always said that a good poisoner could always undo their own work. Plus, I get double the business this way.
Doesn't anyone get upset when you heal the people that... What was...
That Zalfa happens all the time. I've taken my own antidote so often that I've voluntarily worked with a chef to improve the taste. My clients really enjoy that. I try to stay within earshot of one of the Tong gods, though. It makes my day easier.
How do you get ingredients?
Trade or bartering usually works. Raina Follis gives me a budget to use on my wares, too, which is helpful. Oh, and if Forrester Dane is working on a new project, there's a good chance I'll be called in to help. His experiments tend to get wild.
Sounds like you don't mind when they get out of here.
Not at all. Varus is an oddball, but he pushed me to make so many new antidotes. Lava Guild, Dagon's Choke, Mirrorless, and those are just the most recent ones. Some days I'm convinced I have the best job on the tongue.
Oh, so he creates poison.
You dare interrupt me from matters that your feeble mind cannot even comprehend? Fine. If you must peruse my staves and rings, do it.
What kind of staff he sell? Alright, some of them are kind of good. I guess no one's recruiting here. But it's fine.
You there, the grasp mortal. You seem more capable than most. The grasp of the stricture has a task that you may be able to assist with. The apprehension of mortal criminals. I understand your kind enjoys material gain. I can pay you for your help.
What's the task?
A band of mortal thieves tried to steal a large quantity of the drug known as Red Maiden. When I attempted to apprehend them, they ran to the Plaza of Portals and fled into the Sever.
Alright, what do you need me to do?
You must search the Sever for these criminals and bring them back to me. Their leader's name is Buck. He went through the portal last, and therefore should be easy to find. He is a cunning mortal, but he and the others cannot have gotten far. Return the criminals to Fargrave once you have apprehended them. I will take care of things from there.
What's the grasp?
The grasp interprets the stricture, that which binds all Daedra in Fargrave. It keeps order by effectively turning the city into neutral ground. We are the law, to put it in your terms. We make sure citizens adhere to the strictures.
Then why do you need my help?
Our influence does not extend beyond the dunes of Fargrave. The strictures are not concerned with the domain of the Prince of Destruction. They are now beyond my reach, but not
Prince
yours.
of Destruction, huh? You mentioned the thief stole Red Maiden.
I find it hard to believe a mortal such as yourself is ignorant of such a substance. Your kind are always scrabbling for it. Red Maiden is a drug. When regularly ingested, it can anchor a mortal to Fargrave just as a pact with a Daedra would do.
What do mortals need to be?
To prevent a sickness called the Drain. Your mortal minds are not meant for the complexities of Fargrave. Occasionally, mortals experience decay. Some become violent, others begin to drool. Ultimately, they will succumb to it and die.
Why would the thieves need to steal it?
Red Maiden is a rare commodity and difficult to produce. Mortals would tear each other apart for it if it was not strictly regulated. Not every mortal contracts the Drain, but many fear the very possibility and will do anything to acquire the drug. A foolish group of mortals, nothing more. They have been in Fargrave for a few years, always skirting the lines of the stricture and eluding the grasp. They are close friends and look out for one another. It makes them difficult to rein in. No, they have never been so bold before. Perhaps they grew bored of petty theft and being a nuisance. I could not say. Many of their transgressions have been too small for the grasp to interfere. Indeed, they will...
Alright. Troubles and danger terrorize the city of Forgrove in Oblivion. Skilled adventurers want to deal with untold horrors in the Forgrove and the connected realms known as the Deadlands. If you have an interested in seeking gold and glory in return, then House Hexy has a job for you. Seek. Alright.